I am DM Zone. This is a Gamer's Oasis. Let me show you something. Well, guys, as you briefly saw there, it happened. I finally globaled. This is my first ever global with with any character in Entropia. I only had one, so this is the uh, quite the thing. I'm beyond words. When it happened, I stopped the video. I went back. I looked. I was like, "What just happened?" And I went back and looked to see what exactly I had gotten. And as you quickly saw, I globaled. And I was like, wow, okay. So apparently I need to hunt these a lot. And from there, I had a very good hunt. So I'm going to go ahead and play the hunt in which I globaled. We get to see that at the end. But somewhere in the middle, I'm going to go back over the global itself again. So don't skip around too much. Just watch this one. This one I think is worth watching. Okay, guys. So I want to talk real quickly about how stretched money is in this game. PED is being stretched in many ways at this moment in time more than I think I have seen it probably in the game so far. Um, right now, Next Island deeds, shares, whatever you want to call them, are an amazing deal. So most people that are in the know are just going ahead and trying to spend every 10 ped they get into Next Island deeds and shares. Because when these sell out and there's no more at 10 ped each, these are going to go up. I wish I had the ability to go buy a bunch because I know in 6 months I can sell these things for 15 ped each to 20 ped each, probably, maybe sooner after they sell out. Then I'd be looking at 50 to 100% profit. I just don't have the money for it because I'm free to play and I'm a non-depositing player. If I was a depositing player, I'd be jumping all over this because being able to double your money and just taking it, a week back or a couple weeks back or a month back could be very meaningful in the future. It could mean that you have enough money all at once with your future deposit, I'm assuming, to have basically 3 times your deposit of what you normally do. And that could be, maybe a shop pad, or maybe you finally buy the apartment you've always wanted, or whatever that you normally don't get to do because you don't have the financial money to do it. And I think that's crazy. Um, that being said, there's more to this than that. For whatever reason, Mind Force chips are way cheap. Everyone's markup is super low. I guess everyone's making Mind Force chips right now, and the demand is really low. If I had the money to diversify into that, I'd for sure buy some. I'm still going to buy some because there's synergy there. I've talked a lot about synergy in other videos and this type of stuff, but there is synergy here with this too. Mind Force is. Before I get too far into this, I want to thank Scotty underscore C93 talking about this and kind of getting me like paying attention to this stuff. And I knew some of this stuff already, but I didn't realize the markup was so low. And that was kind of where he got me really think I need to get into this. But the reason why there's synergy there, and I want to get back into this synergy, is there the synergy is there because it works well with swanting, with sweating when you go swant. It works well with engineering in a broad way, like it has a lot of shared skills. Frankly, I believe some of the skills even go into mining. So this has a lot of ability to hit a lot of areas. It doesn't help with the synergy you get with firing a weapon or being in melee and your evasion skills or your dodge skills and that type of stuff. Those are two separate skill paths because they're not based anything on agility, and even some melee is not agility, it's strength. But to some degree, there's that. There's some help there. So you have Mind Force chips, you have Next Island Deed and shares, you have boy, mind blank here. You have Easter Mayhem coming up. That's pretty big. I just those are three really big things right now that people could put their money into, and I can't think of a time in the recent past where we had three really big things that people don't really have a lot of money put into, or they would ever. It's a seasonal thing like the Mayhems are that people would want to put their money in, and I think we're going to kind of see what wins out. So far, it looks like Next Island's not winning out. I saw a video of the guy talking about there was like 400,000 shares, and I would have thought that, some whales would have come in and bought up everything. Another thing to take into consideration is I'm willing to bet right now, because of some of the international problems that are going on overseas, there's a lot of people in Russia and Europe that aren't playing Entropia Universe. So maybe that's why some of these things aren't going off like they've once have. But boy, man, I cannot imagine a better time to try and invest money and to get into this and to try and take hold and build something for the future. There will be a profit on virtually any one of, Mayhems I'm going to leave out because I don't know anything about Mayhems. I just know some people make profit, some people lose everything there. But what I will say is I'm predicting that Next Island is for sure going to be a place where money can be made. I'm for sure thinking that you need to buy Mind Force chips, because if not now, when? The 103, 105% markup, really 3 to 5% markup. That's really, really cheap. They're probably losing money on the making of these things, or they have stockpiled them forever and ever and ever. They're just trying to clear stock because they're trying to buy Next Island deeds. I don't know. But there's something going on, and I think it's a good time to strike while the iron's hot. So if you have the money for it, I'd recommend going to go get some Mind Force. I'm going to probably do a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B, which is probably about all a person that's free to play can do. Once I get done with my obligations for the channel and that type of stuff and get my video shot for this month, I'm probably going to take all my shrapnel I get from Swanting, instead of putting it back into ammo. I'm probably going to cash it out or sell it and go buy me a Next Island deed, and then spend the rest on my Mind Force chips. And if I can sell all my menorah tailoring stuff, my tailor's been off for a little bit, but if he happens to see this and wants to go in and buy it, I don't know how much it is without trade value, the TT value, but TT value, you got about 30 PEDs sitting there waiting for you, sir. So if you happen to see this, and then I'll probably buy 3 more Next Island deeds. Give me, I hope, 4 Next Island deeds. And then we'll just see what happens in the future. And if I could turn 40 PED into 60 PED, that would be amazing. If I could turn 40 PED into 80 PED, I'm definitely going to jump on that. And that would be probably my scope for the Bukin. I'll talk about this more in another video, but I've done a little bit of upgrading on my Bukin, and I made a big push, but we'll talk about that in a different video. Anyway, let me get to that global. Okay, guys, as you can see here, I've not saw a shot. This is how I start with my starting ammo, and I've never actually hunted Halexes. So this is the first one of these I've ever pulled, the first one I've ever killed. Never killed one earlier in my life or whatever. You'll see that I got my challenge, and then boom, there it goes. There's my swirlies. Pretty crazy. It turned out to be 14.07 PED, mostly of ammo oil, which, I turned into some crafting stuff, and it wasn't as awesome as like a really, really cool pistol or something like that, or unlimited thing. or even a lot more. But you can see there I got 9.6 PED of animal muscle oil, and I got a little bit of the timber for this area, and that was it. Anyway, so that was my first global. Uh, Definitely something to be happy with and proud of, but it could have been so much more. But anyways, let me get back to it. Okay, guys, at the end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you the card for this actual hunt. This was the best hunt of the Hallex, but I'll let you know. Over basically all four, except for maybe one of the Hallex hunts, I would hunt Hallex again. I'm not saying Hallex are an exceptionally great mob. I've only done 4 15 pad hunts. I will say that they were very generous 3 of the 4 times, especially. And I'm not saying that I made like the money or the ped I'd make off of this, but boy, I can tell you if you globaled more often, or if I globaled more often, I would be spoiled with the type of hunting that this was. I would play this game tremendously more because I'd be continuously making money, and I'd be able to do whatever I wanted to do. And 40 ped on next island would be like chump change for what I'd be doing. Matter of fact, I may not even spend it because I wouldn't even care. I could just go do a couple of these hunts and go ahead and make that 40 ped back. Yeah, 4 or 5 hunts. But man, it was exciting stuff to get to a mob that had this type of stuff going on. The skills were flowing, the ped was flowing. It was a high time. They're not all like that. I've been to the valley of the shadow of death, shall we say, many times with the menorahs and the gallards and that type of stuff. And maybe I hunted menorahs a few too many times. Maybe I see menorahs in my sleep. I'm sure you guys are tired of seeing me hunt menorahs. But they are a great test subject because they're all the same level. They're all the same loot pool. There's no other mobs to throw in there. I saw a video where they were talking about the fact that they expected their hunt to do badly because they had like 4 or 5 different creatures they hunt, and their thought was that each one of these creatures was its own casino pool. So, you know, you might be all the way up to the point of globaling on this creature, but you missed it on this creature because you stopped. So their thought is if you can hunt one mob, it was better than hunting a bunch of things, because while, you know, hunting a bunch of things gives you more opportunity to maybe get a global, it also maybe leaves a lot of opportunities to global because you just didn't spend enough pet. And I think I've heard a lot of people talk about the fact that hunting for globals is obviously a bad idea. It's the casino effect. It's the gambling portion of this game. But it also is, you have to spend a lot. 15 ped at a time is not going to get you there. 60 ped and 4 hunts, not going to get you there a lot. So they're talking about spending potentially thousands of ped. Now, I think they're saying thousands of ped with the idea that they're doing 200 ped hunts, not 15 ped hunts, that their guns take a lot more ammo. And I think that scale matters. I don't necessarily think it's the amount of ped you spend, but the amount of shots, the amount of time, and then your global, the amount you global is based on how much you spend. So, you know, I heard someone else, I think it was, oh boy. So it was Julian McBain, another YouTuber who does Entropia Universe videos. He does the manor. He's on his way to 14 million subscribers, 1 subscriber at a time. You've heard this story, I'm sure. I'm sure you watch his content. Anyways, he talks about the fact that loot pills is just an additional way to improve your ped input into the casino effect, essentially, without wasting more ammo or having it be whatever. It's just 50 pec per hour that you put into it, hoping to increase your globals, hoping to increase the loot you get, and that type of stuff. I think it was him that said that. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong and you know who said that, go ahead and put that down below so I can go ahead and give them credit. But that really gets me thinking about, man, maybe that's something I need to do. Maybe that's what I need to invest in. And often I don't have bonus PED laying around. So it makes me apprehensive to do that. But I think it's worth testing. I've done more than 50 PEC for sure testing on pets. I could at least spend that much on testing of this to see if this was in the long run beneficial. So I'm going to go ahead and do probably another Menorah run with 4 hunts and get the baseline with my current weapon setup, this is way in the future because this video is actually from the past, but you get the general idea. That I'm going to go ahead and get whatever that is with my new upgraded laser, which I'll get into in a future video, and then do 4 hunts with that, and then do 4 hunts using the pill, and then run those together and see which one comes out better. Maybe I'll do like a bigger special and I won't show the hunt from both. I'll just show the PED cards for both, because I think we've seen enough Menorah hunts, and I have plenty of other hunts I'm not running short on. I could just go ahead and blow excuse me about that there. I think I could blow 120 PED, of course, on recycled ammo and my daily Milo challenge. It's not actually 120 PED. It's just 15 at a time until I build back up to do 15 and do it again. But, maybe I can go ahead and do that in the next couple months, and then we can actually have that video 3-4 months down the road. And that would be a cool thing to look forward to, I think. This video is actually going to be more of a bonus video. It's going to be a video that I do in addition to my normal videos for the month. I had a little bit of a change up where I had some D&D videos I wanted to do first, and it kind of threw me off. I should have had my mining and crafting video number 2. That video will be coming out later this week, so you're going to get that video in addition. This will be one of the lost vlog videos to make up for the fact that I had videos that I missed in prior months during previous things I won't go into right now. It's kind of boring. But I'm going to get caught up. So the number of months I have been doing videos in Entropia and the number of months I've been doing Entropia Universe are the same. So anyways, that should be something we look forward to. So as you can see, I ended up with 14.05, which is actually 2 PEC less than what I would have been even. So I basically was completely even. I would call that a completely even run. And then I got a 14 PED global on top of it. And that was basically how it was. I was 2 PED over on the other 2 and some change, and I was 2 PED and under and some change on one of them. So overall, it was a very good run. I could have just broke even on this one and still been positive over the 4 runs. So I am looking forward to, with a higher efficiency, going back and doing my helixes again. But to do that, I have to start over on the series with the Menorahs, which of course I'll be doing, and then I'll be going to the car books and so on and so on and so on until I get to the end, and then we'll see if there's any great difference between the. Alright guys, so if you got any value out of this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscription button. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I truly appreciate you guys watching this video, and I hope you guys keep earning that PED.